Welcome to the desk, Commissioner's desk. Week 13 results are in. I'm gonna start off real quickly and say my name is not changing this week.
Cause you still pissed
I'm
off?
still pissed off.
Sorry.
Not for the Saquon Barkley who just scored again. But
breaking news.
Breaking news. But
Gotta love Saquon.
Jameis Winston strikes this week to piss me off. Not in this league, but in another league. So if you seen the game last night, you understand. ATL probably feel the same way I feel. But he had to win out of it though. But still,
he still was. He held his booty hole. His booty was sweating on last night.
He had a booty sweat.
He had bubble guts and all.
We'll go with the winners. I'll start off with myself, ATL, Clarence, Bianca, and Brandon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, yes. Those are the winners for this week. That was a week rematch from week 4, I think it was. Week 4, maybe?
I don't remember.
Yes. Where I won, Donnie Sheeps won, Clarence, Bianca, and Jacob won. So there's a couple of mixed matches.
I beat my baby in week 4.
You did. You
Bless her. Oh, that's why I stopped being Owens and Brandon went on to be Owens.
Yeah, he did. The top 4 teams as the playoffs started today, which we'll get to that a little more later on. Top 4 teams as the playoffs started today. Roy, myself, ATL, and Brandon Waller.
I see 2 asterisks now.
Brandon Waller. So yes, as we'll get into, I'll say this right now. There are 2 teams that are in the playoffs, myself and Roy. And then we have ATL, who's just on the outside, still trying to get his solidified spot. We only have 2 weeks left, so here's a possibility he could not make it. But we'll get to that a little later here. It's the playoffs that started today. On the outside looking in, Riley, a.k.a. It's Official, I Give Up. She tried to give up against her mother, and it did not work for her this time. So that didn't work out. But I did break the streak, which I mentioned last week. That 8-game winning streak that was out there, I broke that. So that's a positive. That other streak is still continuing. Now up to 7 games.
Are you talking about my
daddy again? Hey, I'm just reporting the information. Now up to 7. He was this close to getting that victory, but he did not. So those are that going on there. Talked about the rematches from last week, the week 4. I think we should go right into the Yahoo projections.
We can't talk about the name changing.
We're gonna get to that. Projections. We'll do that now. That you just itching at the bit to get to that. 10th place projection. Sorry, Miss Jackson. 9th place.
I didn't say anything about projection.
I like honey buns. We're gonna get to that. 8th place, Chiefs Texans. 7th place, Royal Shocker. 6th place, myself. I'm pissed off. 5th place.
These are the standings.
These are the projections of what Yahoo thinks is gonna happen. ATL, then Donnie is in 4th. These projections. These are power rankings. Power rankings. Sorry. Then Riley at 3rd, then Brandon at 2nd, and Roy at 1st. What are you mouthing over there? Huh? That's something to say?
What you're reading off doesn't mean anything.
To Daddy, you, it doesn't.
Daddy is not going to go into 4th place. Love you, Daddy, but
power rankings based on his team record. His team. This is the power rankings. I report this every week, and all of a sudden you got something to say about it.
I know I say something about it every week, and you still do it. But power rankings meaning the power of what? Just based on his numbers?
Based on his roster they're saying this is the power ranking where they're at. That's why Brandon's been at the top all the time. He has a chance to come. Well, he doesn't have a chance. They don't have a chance to come back.
This is what I'm saying. These aren't numbers. Like I get the projections on how it end, but to say that he fourth, bless his heart, love him to death, it will not happen.
Okay, this is power. That was power rankings.
There was no power. It's a lie. It's a fat face on lie.
That's the reason why Brandon's name was Yahoo Knows or whatever, or Yahoo Lies. Remember?
I thought it was just because of some other things that they have said Brandon has got to.
Well, but if you remember, he was projected earlier this season as a part of the rankings to get up in the playoffs. He is now there, so maybe Yahoo's not lying.
Maybe they are.
He's currently in fourth place in the playoffs.
I understand what you're saying.
If he wins 2 games, he will be in the playoffs.
But he has to win the 2 games.
He does. We'll get to that. So the current projections we have. I like Honey Buns finishing in 10th. Donnie Chiefs finishing in 9th. Chiefs Texas finishing in 8th. Sorry, Miss Jackson.
All of them
7th.
are tied at 5 and 10.
Yes. Royal Shocker and Sorry Miss Jackson are 6 and 7.
That says 6 and 9.
6 and 7.
Oh, number 6 and 7. I thought you meant our things.
And then Riley is in 5th, finishing at 7 and 8 with Brandon. His name is Plain Spoiler is what he's trying to do. They also are tied at 7 and 8. He would have the tiebreaker. And then ATL, which his name is interesting based on his game from yesterday.
The effing donkeys still suck.
Yes.
That's his name?
That's his name. He changed it twice yesterday. He changed it to something of the donkey suck or something like that. Then he went a little deeper. Because they won.
We should like tally up how many times these people's names change next season.
I don't know if I can go back and see. I don't know if it'll let me see that now. But he changed his name several times, weekly sometimes, and sometimes a week, sometimes a week. And then myself and Roy finishing at 12 and 3, which basically said that we're not going to lose another game in our scheduling. Let's go right into the schedule. No, we'll go to West Wing first. Sorry. The real projection standings. Donnie's Chiefs still has a slim 1% chance of making the playoffs because the fourth place team is currently at 6 and 7. He's at 4 and 9. There's a slim chance of him getting in the playoffs. Very slim. Not eliminated. Royal Shocker has a 1% chance. Slim chance.
But it also is saying that Brandon and Riley will only win one more game and they'll lose another game.
Yes. But if they lose 2, they'll put you back in play with your 1% chance of making it. I like Honeybun has a 2% chance. Chiefs Texan has an 11% chance. Sorry, Miss Jackson has a 13% chance. And It's Official, I Give Up has a 20% chance. These are based on who they play and what they face. ATL and Brandon. ATL is pretty much like basically in at a 99% chance. He's basically in because if he loses 2 games, he should have the tiebreaker with the other teams to be able to get in. So he's basically in. But it comes down to 3 teams. Plain Spoiler, It's Official, I Give Up, and Sorry Miss Jackson. But Chiefs Texans is not far behind because of the way the schedule works out. The way the schedule works out, for example, who was the first one? Chiefs Texans. They play I Like Honey Bun. They play myself and Brandon. So if they beat me and beat Brandon, that would knock Brandon out because it would be another loss. He would get the 2 wins he needs to solidify the spot. And they will push him up. And then Riley Loves Cheer, or It's Official, I Give Up. She plays Donnie's Chiefs and ATL. She wins those 2 games, she's in. When are you in? You shouldn't need any help. Sorry, Miss Jackson plays ATL and Roy. So If ATL's schedule is kind of tough,
did we talk about Roy's name? We went through some of the names. We didn't talk about Roy's name.
We didn't get there yet.
You was talking about all of them up until and then you stopped talking.
Because we start talking about the playoff possibilities. He's in the playoffs. We'll get to him in a second. You can talk about my name either just a little bit. ATL.
Your name ain't changed.
I told you it wasn't going to change. He plays 2 potential playoffs. He could be the spoiler of people getting in the playoffs if he beats both of them.
If he beats Roy?
No. If he beats Miss Jackson and it's official. He could dash their playoff hopes. All by himself. Because they really can't afford to lose another game. But he also would help Brandon if he wins those 2 games. And since you want to go to Roy, we'll go into the next week's matchups.
I was trying to figure out who he talking about.
He's talking about Brandon Waller. So next week, I myself again plays Chiefs Texans. As we just mentioned, ATL plays Miss Jackson. And Brandon and Roy play each other. So he changed his name to No Playoffs for You, meaning that once you lose this game, it'll eliminate you from the playoffs. That is a direct shot. I kind of like it. I kind of like the bravado of that.
I wish I could. Yahoo, count your days. Because why can't I see his eliminated icon? Is it Dory or who is that in the little thing?
Oh, wait.
The picture says eliminated.
No, that's like the ghost thing.
I didn't mean Dory.
How you make the thing bigger?
I don't know. I've been sitting over here trying to figure it out.
That's like the character from one of those like Disney movies.
Yeah. But I want to see if it had any words below eliminated. Because that's hilarious. Roy, you did your big one here.
Finally.
Have you seen it?
She still disagrees. I was going to say, finally he gets
Did
credit.
you see it?
I thought the X was pretty good last week.
That was funny. I did like that one too. Okay, you on the two week name change streak.
The No Playoffs for You was pretty good. Here's the thing. I don't know if y'all know anything about and one. They do the little tricks with the basketball or whatever. It's all good and fine. You do little tricks, but if you don't make the shot, it don't mean anything. It's like, oh.
So what you're saying is if he loses
today, he loses,
then he should change his name.
If he loses, his name goes. So that's really huge.
I mean, it does, but then at the end of the day, he's still in the playoffs.
He's in the playoffs, but he's taking a direct shot saying no playoffs for you. With an X.
Who did he lose to last week?
Me.
Oh, that's right.
I broke the record.
I got you.
And you don't like this, but the history was the team with the most wins in a row was Brandon Waller at 9. Mm-hmm. He was going for his 9th win. And I snatched it.
Okay.
Snatched it. Okay.
It was more impactful the first time because I wasn't ready.
All right, we didn't go over the biggest blowout. The biggest blowout from last week was Brandon Waller beat
Miss Jackson.
By 210 points. That's almost like a whole game. I've had this
almost like he wasn't there.
Like he didn't show up. He did not show up. So I don't know if it means for him trying to make the playoffs.
Not good.
If he's going to show up this next week, he does.
He's eliminated too, ain't he?
He's not eliminated yet. He's still got a shot. But he faces, where'd his name go? He plays ATL this week. So when I played him, ATL says like a bye week because he didn't show up, I guess, or whatever. But that is the results from that. The smallest margin of victory, which I did not figure up, I didn't look at this week. Who was the smallest margin of victory? Do you know? Mm-mm. You don't know, huh? Let's see if it tells me on Yahoo. Yes.
Brandon got all the points from Detroit.
9. You in a whole other category what we're talking about.
No, we were talking about their game, and I went to see who did it for him, and Detroit gave him 157 points.
Almost like your 200 points on the bench.
Whoo-wee! Had I lost this week to my baby with them points on the thing, JETS, ain't that right, ATL? Yeah, they had all their points on the bench. I definitely should have had them in the game. But carry on.
Smallest margin of victory, of course, is ATL versus Dynasty Chiefs, or ATL versus Jameis Winston. 9.8 points, so that's almost 10 point only win. At last interception helped him keep his win, because if that had been an incomplete pass, I don't know if he wins without that last little point.
Of course not.
Then last place team is Dynasty Chiefs, first place team is Roy. Best performance this week was from Jayden Daniels. He had 77 points. I don't know if that's true, because how did he have 77 points? But that boy cut 200 yards for. Is that my team best performance?
It said around the league.
It says best performing player. He could have been the best performing player. Why are you both on my team? It's supposed to be my players.
No.
Go to the thing and click on match of recap. I said match of recap.
Well, you should have said it loud.
Slide down.
I'm going.
No.
This is Jayden.
So I had the highest scoring, best performing player. That don't make any sense though. But that boy should have had more than 77 points with the wide receiver from Cleveland.
He had almost as much as Lamar had. Lamar had 73.
That's interesting. Yahoo's been doing some weird things. It wouldn't let me see certain things during the week. Let me see if it does.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, they have me have a lot of losses. No. I'm not going to get that on. Okay.
Nope. Oh, that guy's ain't even on nobody's team. That's why. That's why he wasn't the highest performance player, because he's unrostered. That boy had.
It would have been
Jerry Jeudy
the
had
highest player if I had the number.
Jerry Jeudy had 80 some odd points.
He's not on nobody's team.
He was on nobody's roster team last week. He had 127 points. And he was on nobody's roster.
He a wide receiver?
You quick. She said, waiver claim coming?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, Jameson threw for 400 yards. Let's see, anybody got Jameis and Winston? Let's see.
People need a thing.
A quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If y'all got Jameis Winston, let's see what he did for you this week. He was on. That's why he won and did good. He's on Brandon Waller's team, and he had how many points? 97.8. So that's not the best performance he had. Well, I guess he had all those interceptions, but still, and he lost. 97.98 points is not. It should be better than my 77 points. But anyway, we moving on. Do I get anything else on my list? Ron. So matchups next week. Ron versus me. A loss would end his playoff hopes. ATL must win one of the last two games to make the playoffs, which he's got a pretty good position to do that. Let's move on to league pick'ems. Something that you're good at.
Yeah. Wow. Shots fired, huh?
You're in the lead. Aren't you happy about that?
Yeah.
All right. So you have 130. No, I have 130 points. You have 142 points. It's a big difference. There's a one person between us, and 134, the top pick, who actually won this week's performance. They had the most wins this week. Get your league pick'ems in. Riley's on the bottom with 116.
I think she gave up.
She did say her name was "I Give Up." Now there was a comment that came out this week. I was pretty upset about it yesterday. That after he took an L yesterday, he sends me a message, sends me and you a message, and tells us he beat all the Hazes.
That was his Super Bowl.
But he beat me in the other league. He didn't beat me in the longest yard. He beat
I don't
me in
think
the
he cares. He
didn't care?
No.
So you had 5 chances to beat us all?
Yeah.
So you happy with one the 3 victories you got?
Correct.
But the 2 other L's that you may get, it don't matter, huh? So you lose to Raleigh this week. And
are you not going to take it into account that he keeps losing his players?
No, I don't give 2 damns about that.
He got his player back.
Uh-huh.
He played a little bit, and he went out again.
When he got his player back, I told him I would not play McCaffrey because he's not going to play that well. He played him anyway.
Why would he listen to you?
Well, he lost that week, and McCaffrey didn't do well. I think he was facing me, I believe. He did this league or the other league. Regardless, now he's back out.
You said irregardless.
I said regardless, he's out again, and he's gone. And I don't know. Well, I guess his season's over anyway. He's not in the playoffs, so. But in the other league, he is in second place. He did beat me this week because of Denver's defense, giving up all those passing yards. Mm-hmm. He is in second place. He does have a chance to make the playoffs.
This is in the other league.
Yes. Okay. I'm just reporting this on the other league. He has a 73% chance to make the playoffs in the other league. He will make it, not make it in ours, but he'll make it in the other. I only have a 66% chance of making the playoffs because of that loss I took yesterday. I'm in a dogfight.
I feel like at this moment you want me to feel bad for you.
I do. You should.
Oh, okay. Well, let's move on because I don't.
Well, okay. Well, I guess because you're not in the playoffs, is that what it is?
Absolutely.
But you have a chance, a 1% chance.
I will not promote violence on this here video. I know somebody gonna say blink twice, Ben.
I don't need to blink twice. I'm okay today. We are moving on to the last bye week of the season. I'll announce that. Be careful about these games because the Chiefs got 15 games in 1 week.
They said we're gonna make them have another loss.
Roster moves are getting down to the bare minimum. I am almost out of moves. I got like 5 left, I believe. I don't know. I'm trying to get to them. See what it says. Dude. We already know ATL's been out of moves since week 3.
He is out of moves. 25. When I looked at his name, it said.
We got a couple of people still holding on to their last 3 moves. We got Brandon Waller,
Chiefs,
Ryan,
Texans, and
Donnie Chiefs. I am about to move into that 20. I got 3 moves left before I get to 20. I'm about to move into that this week.
I got 17 moves. Maybe that's why I'm on the bottom. Maybe I ain't moving enough.
Clearly, you made out of move. You ain't double figures yet. That's crazy. I guess
only one. Huh?
Yeah, I guess it really doesn't make a difference because Donnie Chiefs used almost all his moves.
And what'd that get? Oh, you're not gonna have me talking about my daddy.
You just did. Didn't do him any good at all. He moving.
Daddy, you see how when you hang around bad apples, they turn you bad. I'm not gonna talk about my daddy. Daddy, you doing good.
He has. I mean, what he has? 4 wins.
Don't worry about how many he got.
Critical wins.
Don't worry about it.
But he was talking stuff on Thanksgiving.
He said he apologized.
He was talking stuff first. So this is another thing about the other league. What we have in the other league is set up a little differently with the draft, and we have to compete for players. And we've competed before going head to head for players. And they always make a comment that Thanksgiving is going to be a little tough because of us competing during the draft. Well, he wasn't coming for me for Thanksgiving. He went after my baby. And he said he beat her, this and that and the other. He's going to beat her again. And then all of a sudden he realized he has to play her this week. Then he wanted to apologize. He didn't mean it. Well, she's fighting for playoffs. And he's fighting for the consolation round. He may not make the consolation round.
Daddy, I didn't laugh.
You did laugh. There's two teams that won't.
I was flabbergasted that he talking to you like that.
There's two teams that won't make the consolation rounds. You think he'll make it?
Sure.
You have hope. Right now, those two teams.
I believe
those 4 teams in the consolation rounds is Riley, Riley, Clarence, Jacob, and Ron. I mean, you would make the consolation round either.
I believe. I don't want to play the consolation round. If I ain't gonna make it, I don't want to make it at all. I don't want to play no daggone consolation round. For what? Consolation to say, ooh, I didn't get 8th place. I got 7th or 6th. Bull. I want to be in a pay window or at home.
So, if we did the draft like the NFL does, and they'd be positioning for draft picks.
No, because you people out there, anything that benefits me, y'all want to make a whole new rule about it.
I just said if. I'm talking about the playoff situation. What is all my name on all that stuff for?
All the stuff that you updated.
Oh, that's the moves. Okay.
We're live.
I was going to see what you said. Your screen, what my icons are there. Do want to mention to you all, playoffs are coming. We're 2 weeks away, 2 more regular season games away from the playoffs. I guess we need to start having a conversation about if we are going to do an end of the season event.
It depends on who wins.
So,
if certain people win, it's a no for me.
If certain people win, it's a no for you. So let me go out on a limb here. Certain people.
This fool, I didn't see his little gift talking about when you wake up to no stat corrections. Glory.
Because he's only got a 9-point win. I haven't seen that yet either.
He says that victory smell. Y'all.
He thought he had lost.
In this chat right here, the way I'm hollering because he really thought he lost for real.
Because he should have, like I did.
And I woke up. I definitely didn't know what was going on. I just gave a little LOL and kept it pushing. I hadn't saw who won or not.
Well,
and I definitely didn't know all that drama was happening in my slumber. Because, see, when you win on Sunday, I don't care how low I am on the totem pole, I won on Sunday. So I slept real good Monday night. Because what am I waiting for?
I'm not going to address the fact that I am going to address it. Since you said I'm not going to address it.
That I'm at the bottom?
No. That in week 4, Roy came for me with the name change.
Mm-hmm.
And I beat him. And I said, I see you week 13.
Mm-hmm.
Week 13 has come and gone. And I beat him. However, I guess I'm kind of superstitious. I don't like the fact that I beat him twice in the regular season.
Mm.
If the playoffs stay the way I right now, I wouldn't face him into the finals. I do want to win the whole thing, so beating somebody 3 times in one season is very difficult to do. So the odds would be stacked against me in that factor, but he would have to get there, and I'd have to get there too. But
you would play ATL?
I would play ATL right now. Yes.
Have you beat ATL twice?
No, we split, I believe. We split. There he is right there. I lost to him there. No, he beat me. I didn't beat him. Only played once.
Is that a better superstition?
I'm okay with him facing me once. I get a chance to get my revenge because he beat me barely.
Oh, I play you some?
You played last game of the season.
You don't want me to be great.
You gonna beat your players?
Hell no.
See? So we're doing this way. So
I'm gonna put up a fight. I'll pinch you. I'll bite. I'll not fight fair. I do all the things. I see if you fumble your ball at the starting line, like the Raiders.
I'm in the playoffs, so it wouldn't make a big difference. So it'd be a seeding situation. I have played Brandon Waller twice.
I hope you and Roy play on the first game.
That means one of us would have to lose both games to where ATL would catch us.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not trying to lose any games, technically.
I hope both of y'all lose. Can you tie lose?
Tie? A tie would make the numbers change a little bit, yes.
No. I mean, y'all both play y'all other games and then come back and y'all in the finals and both lose.
No,
and then nobody gets a prize.
There will be a winner. There's no tie. There's a winner. And in the finals, there will be a winner. I don't know how Yahoo would do it just yet, but if I have to go in there and do it myself as commissioner, I will pick a winner.
Who would you pick?
Depends on what the numbers look like.
He lied.
I would.
I will put y'all name in a hat.
We could do that, or we'll put it to a league vote. If it gets down to that far, which I doubt if it will, there will not be a tiebreaker.
You think if you put it to a league chat, you will win? This is not Survivor and Big Brother where you get a jury vote. I'm
not saying that I will win. That'll make a difference. So you think? So let's say we're talking about hypothetically right now. Let's say there's 4 teams in the playoffs right now. If it's a tie between me and Roy, you think people will pick Roy over me? Why?
Because you talk so much stuff.
Roy be talking stuff every week, but his name changes.
But his name changes usually are clever, and he hasn't won it.
He hasn't won what, the league?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not my fault. So me and Brandon Waller. You think people are picking Brandon Waller over me?
No.
They pick me, right?
Yeah. Brandon's much more hated than you.
Me and ATL.
Much more hated than you.
Me and ATL.
That's tough. I'll hope you both lose.
Wait, how can you in this household want me to lose at all? You know what? I'm taking your anniversary gifts back.
You shouldn't do that. So
you want to be soft. And then
I would pick you, sweetheart.
Riley's still in this mix, so let's throw Riley in there. Riley against any of those 4 teams.
I pick
everybody would pick Riley over
I pick
the 4 of us. Everybody would pick Riley over the 4 of us. I would pick Riley over me. Because she drafted based on mustaches.
Goatees.
I got to get her to the playoffs because she drafts over mustaches and she's in the hunt.
Goatees. It's the whole situation, not just the mustache.
Goatees. I would hope that she would get there. Now listen, if we get to the if she gets to the playoffs and we get to the finals together, I'm not gonna hold back. But I will try to win. But I hope that she gets in the money, the money rounds. So I was going to check something real quick. You threw me off a little bit there. I apologize. I wanted to see this week the timing of these playoffs. Can you pull a calendar up for me?
Like a regular calendar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the playoffs would start December 16th is the last week game. So the 20th.
On Christmas.
Playoffs start. Yeah.
We got this week and next week for regular games.
16th is the last game.
No.
Yeah, 16th is what I'm looking at right here. December 16th is the last game.
Oh.
So then that's
Why don't you just click on the next thing? It don't give dates.
No. It's not there.
It's right there.
Okay. I didn't think we'd do it because I don't face anybody. Never mind. Sorry. Oh my God. I swear. Let's look, this is our anniversary week here.
I love you, babe.
Oh, I can see it in your eyes.
You didn't say you love me back.
I love you back. Playoff week number 1, December 17th to December 23rd. Playoff week number 2, the championship. See, you won't let me see that. That's what I was trying to get at. Is
the next week.
The next
Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve.
I'm trying to figure out when would be a good time if we were going to do a end of the season. And I was trying to figure out when that would correlate with the NFL season playoffs. Because week 17, I think, is week 18, I would say.
Well, everything got to come in.
Well, it doesn't take long to come in.
I can give you the book days I'm booked.
All right, so we're just gonna start thinking about that. Start getting your calendars cleared up. The middle of January is out for some people.
I mean, in the weekday, weekend, I'm available. Maybe the 18th. How does everybody feel about January 18th?
January 18th. I will have to see what January 18th looks like according to the NFL. That's a Saturday. If it plays out to where that's like the playoff game weekend, that'd be good. If I had a playoff schedule. Let's see if it tells me. It is not telling me. Anyway, we'll come back to that next week in the commissioner's desk. We'll come back with a playoff situation schedule for the NFL to see if it kind of helps out with us trying to do a event, get together, kind of year in review, recap. Everybody come
Talk
together.
Stuff in person.
Talk stuff in person.
And no, your trophy is not welcome, Brandon.
Well, at this point, he has a chance to get the playoffs, so I can't say that he won't be in the hunt. But
he can't bring his other trophy. He done already brought it. It is not welcome.
So do we present the trophy that day, or do we present it before that? I mean, it'd be easier if we present
that
it that day. Just we present it that day. So let's shoot. We'll start off the 18th right now. We'll put preliminary date for the end of the season gathering. We'll put a message out there, and if we can confirm that time, location, and what we're doing. It's probably gonna be cold, so I'm not grilling. I guess I could grill on the inside, but I'm not grilling. I do got some slabs in the freezer. No grilling. We'll figure out our food. All right, so let's go to the end. We've been 30. I went over by 6 minutes, and I wanted to go over. All right, we'll see you all next week on the desk. Enjoy your. Everybody go out and celebrate this weekend. It's our anniversary. Celebrate.
Get your show to work.
Get you a beverage. Toast to us. Our anniversary. I'm glad we're not playing each other this season. We didn't play each other on our birthday weekend. We didn't play each other on our anniversary weekend.
First time for everything.
It's
probably why I was losing this year.
It is what it is. So we'll see you all next week. We will come back to you. We will be in year number 9. Year number 9 will return to you next Tuesday. Year number 9. So celebrate us this week. We will see y'all in the chat. Until then, there's a huge game on Thursday too, just in case you all haven't paid attention.
Who is
it? Detroit and Green Bay. Huge game. It's gonna be a good game. I don't usually watch Thursday Night Football, but I'm gonna watch it this week.
I am.
It's gonna be a good game.
I'll tell you about it if you missed it.
See you all on the chat.
Bye.
Peace.